Hello and welcome to MajorWood Studios. Today's a little bit different because I'm going to teach you the basics of Adobe Premiere, but I'm going to do it while teaching my daughter Grace. Okay, so here we are. This is Grace.
Hi.
And we are about to start filming a 10-second film for Grace to enter a competition and hopefully win a camera. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so we've just finished filming. As you can see, it's getting a bit dark now, so we're going to have to go back.
Yeah.
But I think we've got everything. Are you happy with your little masterpiece?
Yeah.
Good. And we'll see you guys in the editing room. We're back here in the studio, and I'm now going to teach Grace how to edit all the footage that she's just shot. So, how are you feeling? Are you excited or a little bit nervous?
I'm a bit excited but I'm nervous at the same time.
So, here we are. This is Premiere Pro. So this is what happens when you open a new file, a new project. This is what you are faced with. Okay, so down here you've got your effects panel, and up here you've got your effects controls. You've also got your audio mixer, your source file. You've got your project. So our project is here, kite number 2. And first thing before you do anything else, as it tells you right there, is you've got to import media to start. So the way that we do that is we press, well, there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can either press Command or Control I, depending on whether you're using a Mac or a Windows computer, or you can press right click and it's just there, import. So we'll click that, and then what we need to do is we need to grab all of our footage and click import. Okay, so all our footage is now imported, and a little pro tip that I like to do is if you go onto this like double arrow here, you can sort your icons, and I like to sort them by name, which is just there. And the reason that I do this is because you get it in the order that you shot it, rather than mixing it up, because for some reason when you import, Premiere decides, oh, this is how you want your files arranging, when I personally prefer to have them the way that I shot them, because I know what order I shot them in, or what order you shot them in, these ones, but yeah. So we've got all our footage in now, and you can see it's in the project tab, which is in this window, and there's 2 other windows that I haven't told you about, and there's the timeline window, and there's also our preview window. So basically what happens is you need a sequence to start, and in order to make a sequence there's 2 ways that you can create a sequence, but the easiest way is to just grab one of your clips and drag it straight onto the timeline. That will automatically create you a sequence that is the right settings for your footage. Because this is only the basics, I mean, Grace is only 11 years old, so we're not going to delve too deep into the ins and outs of what you can and cannot do with Premiere Pro. However, we are going to just touch on the basics. So first of all is trimming your files. So if you click on the footage file that you've got there and you pull your cursor to the end, you see you get this red arrow. Now this red arrow, basically if you click and drag on your footage, you can trim your footage to wherever you want it to be. There is another way that you can trim clips as well. If you were to double tap on clip in the project tab, it will bring it up into the source tab. And again, you grab this little blue arrow, which is your timeline cursor, and if you pull that to where you want the clip to begin, and you click this little icon here, which is marked in, and that will be the start of your clip, the in point. And then if you move it right to the end, which is there, and then press the one next to it, that will be the out point of the clip, which you can also do by pressing I for in point or O for out point. Then if you just click this little button here, which is the insert, that will put it straight into your timeline right there. Okay? So do it that. And now I'm going to let Grace take over, and she's going to edit a 10-second film however she wants, and then we'll delve into a little bit of colour grading. So, ready? Let's go. I'll put you back onto the project. And there you go. Right, go on.
How did you start?
So it's right at the top, yeah. Press that one there. So now Grace is finished, I am going to show her and you how we colour grade. So if we look at this last shot, which is quite dark, and we click on the colour at the top, you'll open the colour panel, and this lets you colour grade. And colour grading is basically so you can control the colours of your video and you can make it look however you want it to look. So this is a little bit dark, so we probably want to match it up with the others and make it a little bit brighter. So what we're going to do is we're going to up the exposure a little bit, not too much, and then we're also going to up the contrast, and we're going to do that only a little bit, and then we're going to take the highlights also up, and we're probably going to pull the shadows down a little bit, take the whites up a bit, and then bring the shadows down, let the blacks down only a tad though. There we go. What you've done is you've created an effect here called Lumetri Colour, and basically if you click the effect bit, you can see this is your shot before you did any colour grading, and then this is the shot after you did colour grading. Okay, and colour grading is personal preference really. It's whatever your tastes allow, and you can pretty much go wild with this. I mean, we could make this really warm, and it look like she's almost in the desert, or we could go really cool and it'll look like it's the middle of the night. So, you know, it's entirely up to you where you want to go. I would advise that you don't go too mad with it, and everything in moderation. Subtlety is key when it comes to things like this, and that is your basic colour correction. Now obviously there are a multitude of other things that we could delve into when it comes to colour grading and effects and the power of Premiere Pro, but because, like I said, Grace is only 11 and this is a basic tutorial on how to use Premiere Pro for somebody who's never ever even seen it before, I think that we're alright with that. How did you find it? How did you find using it? What did you think? Did you enjoy using it?
Yeah, it was fun. But like, it was a bit hard when you're trying to find where you want to stop and start it.
When you're clipping your clips, did you?
Yeah.
Which one did you find easier? Did you find it easier to do it on the actual timeline with the little red cursor, or did you find it easier to double click and open it in the other window and do it there?
I feel like it was easier doing the timeline.
Right. And do you feel a lot more confident now, so that next time you make a little short film, you'll be able to edit it all on your own?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Oh, good. So you heard it here first, guys. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. High five. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click here. Or if you'd like to see other content that we create, click here. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe by clicking here. Thanks.